The Road to the Kentucky Derby, presented by TwinSpires.com.
Well, welcome to the Kentucky Derby. I'm Jill Byrne, and some of the horses have started to return here to Churchill Downs, but the action on the road to the Kentucky Derby is still far away. Well, we're going to head up the northeast to Aqueduct for the Wood Memorial, and this is going to be a clash of the Titans with Vyjack and Verrazano. But let's check in on some of their competition first. I'd like to take a look first at Elnaawi. Now, Elnaawi's coming out of a really good effort where he was third in the Gotham. I think what makes this a really big effort is that this was only his third start. He had a wide trip. He's a son of Kentucky Derby winner Street Sense, so I think a lot of improvement could be expected from Elnaawi. Another horse I think that's going to probably benefit if there's a speed duel, and that's Mr. Palmer for trainer Bill Mott. This horse won the private terms. He's a closer. He was very wide that day, the son of Pulpit. Big, strong horse again. He's had quite a few starts, but he seems to be kind of putting it all together, so to speak, right now. Then there's West Hills Giant, second in the Gotham at big odds that day. He's the speed horse. That was a big effort from him, the son of Frost Giant. And this horse, he set the fractions that day. I thought they'd run right by him, but he dug in extremely game in that race. But he is going to have to tackle the toughest company he's faced yet. Well, let's look at that, and that is Vyjack, winner of the Gotham last time out. That's when he beat West Hills Giant. And this horse, what I really like about him, he showed a completely different dimension that day. Things didn't go well leaving the gate. He was shuffled back. Usually this horse likes to be close to the lead. He ends up far back early, the son of Into Mischief, and then he comes running late. How game was he to get up in time to defeat West Hills Giant? And that's what you want to see in a horse heading into the Kentucky Derby, be able to overcome adversity. But Normandy Invasion will have to overcome a lack of points. Now, here's a horse who was fifth in his first start of the year in the Risen Star. Now, this may be a better race than it actually looks. He was only beat a length and a half in that race. The horses that came out of the Risen Star came back to run reasonably well. He broke slow and was very wide. But what does point him out is his second in the Remsen Stakes to overanalyze. Obviously, this is at Aqueduct, where he will be racing in the Wood Memorial. If he can put this race back, yes, the horses coming out of the Remsen maybe haven't run as well, but I think this horse is training well. Now his second start, off a long layoff, back on a track he likes. Normandy Invasion is in desperate need of points. He will have to run 1-2 to make it into the Kentucky Derby. But the one they're all going to have their eyes on is Verrazano, undefeated for trainer Todd Pletcher. And again, here's a horse who proved last time out that he can ship to a different track. He left Gulfstream, went to Tampa Bay, and he overcame two hurdles at once. He'd never been two turns. He'd never tried a different track. He handled both. He rated a little bit off the lead that day and drew off very impressively at the end. This is a horse right now on the top of many people's lists. He's undefeated, the son of More Than Ready. So a big race up in New York at Aqueduct on the road to the Kentucky Derby. It's the Wood Memorial. You can wager on the Wood at TwinSpires.com, the official online wagering site of the Kentucky Derby.